Hello, everybody. Welcome to Discover Wellness and finding out more information about our Discover Wellness program and how we help our clients lose weight and discover wellness within in as little as 60 days. Let's go ahead and share the screen, and I'm going to be sharing with you how thousands of others around Houston have lost weight and reclaimed their vitality, their health, how well they feel in their body. Also, losing 20 to 40 pounds inside of 2 months is pretty exciting. And I'd love to share more about the main reason we created this is that it's a low inflammatory program, and you're going to lose the inflammation, the puffiness, and gain so much in respect to your health and your vitality. And let's go ahead and share this screen. And we're going to get into our PowerPoint. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and start. So the Discover Wellness program that we have really talks about lowering inflammation. And inflammation has been talked about being the silent killer. Time magazine even put this on the cover of their magazine because it became known how important it is to reduce inflammation in our bodies to help increase our health. One of the things that it has done is that it is responsible for cellular injury. So we know that if you are looking to gain more health, have less inflammation, less oxidative stress in your cells, our Discover Wellness program is going to be your answer. It's all natural. We eat real foods, and it's a part of switching your autonomic nervous system from your sympathetic nervous system, which is in fight or flight most likely, which is something I'm going to talk about, into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest and heal mode. So it's a part of our body's natural immune response. And the better we have an immune system, we know, especially after the last year of 2020, how important and vital it is that we increase our immune response so that we have a healthier response to outside infiltration, if you would, of any kind of dis-ease that's out there. So how do we have a confidence to move about right now? Let's increase our immune system, and that's the great way to feel more comfortable getting back out and into the public, into our regular normal lives again. And really, are we ever going to be normal again? Let's just state that let's increase our immune response so that we have a healthy body that can help us really get into ease again instead of dis-ease. Okay, so the goal is to get the bad stuff out of our body and how to literally help our body rid itself of natural toxins and increase our immunity. One of the things that you can tell when you have inflammation going on in your body is that you will have, there's two different types, and this is where I'm showing it. One is acute inflammation. And if you've ever hurt yourself out on the playing field, you might have bumped your elbow sometime or maybe hit your knee, and you've noticed that there's some swelling in that point. That's just an immediate acute inflammation, and that's actually healing. You'll notice that your body will then immediately go to that area, send actions that will act to heal. And when we have an acute inflammation, it actually is healing. The problem is that sometimes our body gets to where it doesn't know how to shut that healing off. And so when it's in acute inflammatory stage, means it's just adding inflammation, and the body's natural immune response no longer is in control of shutting that off. Something has just gotten to where it's no longer shutting it off. And so therefore we're always in fight or flight. We're always in our inflammatory state, which is causing more issues. I had a doctor who, as part of my research, was saying, every person who has, it's an underlying fact of most diseases, including heart disease, stroke, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and cancers, most cancers, inflammation is at the underlying remedy, the underlying cause of all of these diseases. So we really must look at how we can lower this silent killer and get into healing again. One of the reasons you'll know that this is going on is that you'll have a lot of fatigue, that you'll just be really tired, more tired than you normally were in the past, or just wonder for the amount of exercise or activity you're doing. You feel a lot more tired than you should. The other thing is that you might have some tightness in your body, either in your chest or just more stress, and it's harder to move your body. You also might have, that's the joint pain. You also might have something like pain or bloating in your gut. That often happens because our gut is our center of our will. And when we are in a chronic state of inflammation, we're losing a lot of our will to do other things. So we actually digest and we have an upset stomach, if you would. A lot of the times we can have constipation, or we could be on the other side of the constipation, right? So silent killer, I've already mentioned that inflammation is at the root of heart attacks, diabetes, stroke. It's also talked about, as I mentioned, Alzheimer's, and that's on the cover of Time magazine right there. And inflammation is at the root of most dis-ease. And in our office, we like to hyphen that so that you see there's a difference. Our body is intended to be in ease, and that's our parasympathetic nervous system. And where we end up residing most times, because we have, besides inflammation, we have a lot of distractions going on right now, then we are in our fight or flight. We are in our sympathetic nervous system, and that too causes dis-ease. Okay. What is the cause of inflammation? Well, the root cause of inflammation we know is sugar. Sugar is an anti-nutrient. It's robbing nutrition from your body. It causes inflammation, which means it causes our cells to actually crave more sugar, and it is a different source of fuel for your body. So if you're using sugar, and that's even the obvious white stuff, and I'm going to talk about what it looks like, or if you're eating breads and tortillas, etc., then you have sugar in your body is going to use that sugar for fuel, and it's going to cause inflammation, because that's sugar is inflammatory. So are bad fats. Bad fats are known to be an inflammation cause because our body doesn't know how to break it down. It's man-made, and it's getting really a lot different than anything that was natural to the body, that the body understands how to break down and use and spit out the trash. The other thing is, part of that is our cells become so congested that they're no longer able to use the nutrition that you're eating to break it down for things like ATP inside of that cell for energy, or glutathione that our cells make, because it's so inflamed, right? And so because it's not able to get the toxins out of the cells, our program helps you lower inflammation, because it's also helping to remove the toxins out of your cells. So we have a program that is going to remove the sugar, and we help you see how that looks. It is completely manageable and doable. And you see such amazing results from doing this program, of seeing how you can get sugar out, and the bad fats and the toxins. And then, yes, we will also talk about stress, because stress increases cortisol, and we have known that cortisol is a fat storage hormone. We're going to get to that too. So how come we have inflammation? Well, one of the main reasons we have inflammation is because of today's SAD diet. And SAD is an acronym. It's for the Standard American Diet, which is inflammatory. It's just actually upside down. And what it shows right here is in the food pyramid guide that I grew up on. This is what I was taught: eat a lot of bread. And so we did. We had a lot of cereal growing up. We had all kinds of breads. I know a lot of people had Wonder Bread and white bread. My family was one of those early ones. We had brown bread. We had different kinds of bread, rye bread. And so What we actually found, though, that was inflammatory. And the longer we've gone on, what America has done to the wheat and so forth, that we've really damaged it, because now we've added germination to the seeds that are actually going to be killing bugs, added some things that are going to kill from mono. I'm not even going to get into the germ and how, but I did. What we've done to wheat is that we actually put pesticides into the seeds so that we can have a stronger crop that's growing without toxins without bugs, because they were destroying the the farms and so forth. So what the farmers have done, and Monsanto has grown and helped them with, is that they now have the ability to, in the seed of that wheat, then they grow, has the pesticide already in it. So that's what we're ingesting. How horrible is that to our body? Well, decades later now we know, because it's added to inflammation. And so in other countries, some people can eat the wheat and so forth and not have as much inflammation. It's because we've just damaged it here in our country, to be honest. So let's eat more healthy fats, which lower inflammation, healthy omega 3s. And I'll talk about that too in just a moment. Keep with me. And antioxidants. What is an antioxidant? I'm going to share with you that, what healthy proteins are, vegetables and fruits, and we can go no grain for a while. And some people have to. Yes, celiac and so forth has become more popular, and just going grain free has become more popular because people have noticed that they just feel better when they're gluten free. And that's really what grain free is. It's dropping the gluten, it's dropping the grains, and therefore we have less bloat, less inflammation, and people are just generally saying how amazing they feel, and we do. So give this a try. This is part of our program. And so I'm going to share with you 3 different foods to lower inflammation really fast, and one of which, well, is antioxidant foods. I love a lot of antioxidants. We make antioxidants in our body when we don't have as much inflammation, right? This is our goal, to have a healthy cell that does make that ATP and then makes the glutathione, because glutathione is one of the most amazing antioxidants we can have, and our body makes it. It's just when we have congested cells and we have a lot of inflammation, then our cells are sick and they're replicating sick cells. So how are we really expected to have all the energy and antioxidants that we normally should have? Well, then we must eat them. Okay, you must energize. You're just feeding your one earth suit that you have to ride this planet out with. Let's take care of this body and love ourselves. So these are some of the things we're going to do. Eat some blueberries, a lot of green leafy vegetables. I'm a big fan of kale. You'll find these things. Blueberries are one of the most potent antioxidants. And so there's also the darker green leafy vegetables are wonderful. There's a lot of ways you can also Google this. This is real easy, but I'm giving you some basic facts here. This is minerals. Wow, our body is needing minerals, and I love that we offer minerals in a couple different ways. These are liquid drops that we put in our water. This is some pink salt I've mentioned there. And these are things that we include with our program, because as we age, especially, we're requiring that we need these minerals, because minerals are energy. They're energetic. And we are energetic beings, and we require this energy to be from inside. And it's something that we get from our foods. And especially then the pink salt helps to replenish that. It's our own version. These are electrolytes for our body. And did you know, quick little fact, fun fact, how Gatorade was started? Gatorade was originally just pink salt and lemon and water, and it was found to really replenish athletes. So that's how Gatorade was born. So we're giving you back to basics here. Also, essential fatty acids. I mentioned omegas 6 and 3s, especially 3s, and the right ratio here is important too. But we do things like salmon, chia seeds, and other seeds and grains that are amazing, and we do them at the right time. There's this time for this, okay? And so that our body is able to use the essential fatty acids the right way. Other times we are using a portion of our own fat to burn for fuel. That's one of the ways we lose weight so quickly. So, three supplements to lower inflammation. Let's ask, what can we do for this? One of which, actually, we have all of this available in our office. I just don't have it available to show you. We do CBD. CBD has been known to lower your cannabinoids receptor sites in your body. So does essential oils such as copaiba, which is from doTERRA. We have these in our office. They do lower inflammation. Turmeric. Turmeric is also available in essential oils. We do sell turmeric here in the office if you choose to get that. We also have it in our Discover Advantage. This is my main program, secret sauce, if you will, and it's got turmeric in it because I know that turmeric is helping you lower your inflammation and how amazing that is. So you need about a teaspoon a day. You can add turmeric to your foods. You need a lot of it though. And one of the beautiful things about getting it in a well dosed physician grade supplement, as such as what we have here, is that you're getting the purest form of it, really essential, and enough of it. But sometimes you just don't have enough of it that you're using daily in your diet. Let's go ahead and supplement that if we require. And then the last one too is vitamin D3. Again, in my research, I've had a doctor say every diagnosis, when somebody has disease that they have, it should be measured by the level of vitamin D in their body. Meaning, you can go get a D serum test, a blood test, and I would like it to be about a 70, and that's a great way to know how much you should take. And our vitamin D3 supplement is amazing. I just recommend daily that we do take 5,000 IUs of it. Ours is dosed for 3 months, and it has probiotics in it too. Live CPUs are about billion CPUs per day that we dose with that vitamin D3. And again, it's vitamin D3, which is bioavailable to our body. If you are getting a vitamin D subscription, that pharmacy script that you have to go take, a lot of that is a D2, and it's very synthetic. It isn't getting absorbed as well as a D3 is. And I also love to take some calcium with that, or magnesium, which is another amazing mineral. There's some trace magnesium in here as well, but that is also another very amazing supplement to add for lowering inflammation. So, the three phases of our Discover Wellness program. One is we have a very gentle phase to get you into fat burning. It's priming your body to get you ready to burn a lot of fat. And it is very gentle on the body. That's one of the amazing things. When I first started this, and I switched our program about 5 years ago exclusively to this program first because of how amazing it is to lowering inflammation and helping people get into their goals a lot quicker. And then I have another program that is after this, is very gentle. It isn't as restricting, because this may sound triggering for some people to say, oh my gosh, what do you mean no sugar? Trust me, I've got you. This is something I've been doing in our office for over 15 years. That's why I have this first step, is to help make this gentle on you so that we can get you out of sugar burning and into beautiful fat burning for a limited time. Okay. And then the fat burning portion is magical. Our program is so full of a lot of foods. You're going to be full. But then it's also magic at how quickly your inflammation goes down around your gut. It really is the secret answer and secret sauce to getting your flat tummy back. And then also, part of that is the ending phase, when your body now is revved up, your metabolism is going, you're losing that half a pound to a pound a day. And then that third phase is when you're just burning it. And that is a beautiful thing. And so we keep you actually in that phase for a while, because that phase of when you're constantly burning it, we're adding new foods, we're adding healthy fat. It's a beautiful phase of how you actually see how to live abundantly well with the foods in a healthy boundaries. It's fantastic. And that program is also, I've got a program to support that too. I love supporting you. We should have healthy bodies. And these are your beautiful steps. And it's so amazing at how quickly this works. And within 10 days, when people are coming in on the fat burning time, they are amazed. I mean, that's universal. People are amazed at how quickly and easily you can get into fat burning, and it's with our 3 phases. So this lowers inflammation fast. Oh, Doug, I really have always loved this picture. Who doesn't? Because if you've ever heard of a picture is worth 1,000 words, this is the picture. Doug wasn't very talkative to me. This is Doug's idea of, yeah, I was having a talk that night. I said, Doug, you have had an amazing transformation. Would you come out and talk and share? And this is what he did instead. He just walked in. I remember him walking in and with these pants, and he walked to the front of the class that we were holding, and it was his turn to talk, and all he did was unfold the pants and hold them up, and you can tell it's in his smile. I mean, he was genuinely happy. And if you had any doubts, and he was in doubt that he could ever lose this much, and he ate food, he had real food, he got real results real fast. And if you would like to see yourself losing 2 pant sizes or dress sizes as well, at least, this is your program again. And if you've been told you can't lose weight, I really have had so many people, literally about 90% of the population can do this program. That's why I do it exclusively in the beginning for if you have, and how do we know? This is something I'm going to get to. How do you know if you need to do this program? Well, if you have 20 pounds or more to lose, then this is your program. And if you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, you're just not sure why, it's because of inflammation. I'm almost positive this is the first step. Let's do this, and then let's feel our norm. I'm going to interject real quick because this is Doug's testimony. All he had to do is hold up hands. But I have another testimony of somebody who, her name is Julianne, and I love her testimony because what she shared is a principle that most people should really hear, is that she didn't know that when she did this, she felt so great, but she didn't even realize how sick she was because that was her norm of how she was eating. She grew up eating unhealthy food, and she didn't realize how sick and tired she was until she joined our office. She's my assistant, and she started seeing people coming in and talking about this program and saying how much weight that they lost and how amazing they were feeling. And so she's like, yes, I choose to do that too. And she had always been heavy her whole life and just had come to say, okay, I'm always going to be this way. And then she did this program, started losing the weight, and her family called her the incredible shrinking woman. And she's like, that's awesome. And her face told everything. I just love that. It is awesome. And so we never know what we can do until we just say we're going to commit to it. So commit for 2 months, really give yourself that consistency, and you will see that clearly you have the end result. Trust me, it's so amazing. So you can be here too, losing an average of 20 to 30 to 40 pounds inside of 2 months. Naturally, you're going to eat real foods, a lot of foods with one ingredient. We're going to have a lot of proteins and healthy proteins, both from the land and from the sea. We're going to have, I love these stories, every single person here. I'm going to talk about them. You're going to eat a lot of healthy foods. I'll talk about that too. I'm just looking right here. This is Jane. If you can see me circling Jane. Jane loved this program. For one of the things that Jane said, that she wasn't feeling good. She came in, she had a lot of inflammation. She wasn't moving very well. Halfway through the program, we were talking about what activities would you like to get back into? What are you looking forward to doing again? And pickleball. She loves pickleball. It was the first time I'd ever heard it. And now, of course, I've heard it many times. But pickleball is similar to tennis and paddleboard, like ping pong, only outdoors. It's on the big surface. and she loved pickleball. And yes, she started playing pickleball in less than 2 months again. Look at her face. You can just see she's loving and enjoying life again. That's what returns for you, is that you feel good again. And I love Tom's picture down at the bottom with his wife. Tom lost 40 pounds about 4 years ago, and he's kept it off. And he's acknowledged that he had a lot of cravings, and he didn't believe that he would get off of cravings. Yet he told me that he would walk by at work. He wouldn't buy these. Monica, probably his wife, didn't allow this at home, but at work he was walking by the vending machine, and he was caving to cravings during the workday. How many of us could say that? I know food is and emotions run deep, and that is something that I have been really diving into in the last couple of years as well. And he would go by and have that craving and that emotional pull during the middle of the day, and he would buy those Cheetos. And so every day he would do this. And he realized with our program, he was full. He was eating so much he didn't have the cravings. Isn't that awesome? You can be here too. You can get over the cravings. And Tom's lost 40 pounds. He's kept it off for the last 4 years. So this is another, several people who have been through our program. You can lose this pound, and it is inside of 2 weeks. As I mentioned, you eat a lot of food, full plates. And when we are at the end of the program, I am going to show you how things like on the right here, these are healthy scones. You have access to healthy food that's part of your program. You're not cheating. There's no guilt associated here. Getting back to the emotion part of eating, part of our problem of why we've gained weight is that we carry an emotional pact with food. And let's dive into that if you require. That's why I'm going to have an offer at the end here for you. So stick with me. Let me help you, give you recipes for this if you're interested. Let's get into finding how we can eat healthy foods, have healthy boundaries, and then we know what we can eat, like these delicious blueberry scones. Or I also have a chocolate flourless cake. Or I also have crackers and things and tortillas that you can make so that, yeah, you can live a normal life, lowering inflammation and continuing even to eat grain free as you maintain and keep a healthy body and lowering that inflammation, and just keep moving forward with ease and joy. It's fun and easy. It really is. I've kept this weight off now for over 10 years, and I've been on this type of program now for this one for over 6 years. So it's been very easy for me to understand now my healthy boundaries. And even if I'm taken out in my outside circumstances, such as 2020, I stay in my healthy boundaries and in my healthy body. I feel well. And I know that I know if I go out of my limits, I have the tools to bring it back in. This is what I love to teach you too, is what are the tools that you can learn to keep you in your boat so that you can navigate your own emotions. You can navigate your own health and wellness after this program. And you can continue to stay in with us too if you choose. So these are some of the delicious recipes. These are some of our healthy, happy previous clients. This is some of the benefits. We're going to have, as you finish this, your metabolism is already revved up. That was the third phase that I mentioned a couple slides back. Your upgraded metabolism, increased energy. Yeah, I had so much energy. You're like an energy bunny. My husband's out waxing our son's truck. He was patient zero. He had so much energy. He's waxing our son's truck. I'm like, what are you doing? It's not even your truck. Anyway, he had so much energy. You do things you might have yet to do. And cellular hydration. We talk about water. So we talk about helping you with alkaline water. So many studies done about hydration and how we require being more hydrated than about everybody that comes in here. I do see some people, but Probably 98% of us are walking around dehydrated. And the cool thing is, if you come into my office, what we do one on one, the first step before I dump you in, before you say yes to the program, come on in. Let's do a body composition analysis. This will tell me how hydrated you are. And you can't hide from that. It tells you, and I can help you then become more hydrated. So, increased cellular hydration is important. Cellular detox. We're going to gently detox your body. Part of the supplements that we do give you that are all natural, plant based, plant sourced. This is hepatavin. This is going to help you detox your liver, and your liver is one of the best detoxing organs. We're going to gently detox your body and help you supplement for this period of time with minerals, as I mentioned, and something for your liver so that you can get the desired outcome in 2 months that you're looking for and with ease. We're also going to upgrade your mindset. And this is part of an important part of the program. We talk about how you're talking to yourself. Are you waking up as soon as you wake up and starting to say happy things about yourself and how empowering things, or are you judging yourself? Are you criticizing yourself often? How we talk to ourselves is important. So we're going to upgrade our mindset, and you're going to upgrade how your body looks. So a lot of times your confidence boosts as well as you're wearing clothes you maybe haven't worn in years, and you're just feeling better as you hold your body. You're most likely your posture is going to change. You're going to sit up straighter. You're going to breathe better too, because I love to help people breathe. I'm a breath coach as well. So the measure of our breath is the measure of our longevity. And it also helps us get into what I mentioned earlier, our parasympathetic, our rest and digest nervous system. So I help you with that and getting out of fight or flight so much. Fight or flight increases cortisol. It's a fat storage hormone. So something you can tell if you're in fight or flight during the day if you're hardly breathing, or if you're noticing that you're breathing up or high in your chest. And once you take a deep breath with me, that is a sign you're in more of your rest. When we breathe in low and slow, we actually are bringing in more of our air into our lower part of our energy system and of our body. And we're healing at different levels of our trust, of our love, of our security. And that too helps us with our boundaries of eating well. We trust ourselves around other foods when we leave. We trust that we can keep this weight off as we move into a new phase of our life. We trust that we have ourselves, and you do. And I am here to help guide you along the whole process. And this is what I love to see, is how women mostly and men really move through this process of having a little doubt that this is really even possible, to being so astounded and excited when you're done and down. And let's let go of weight instead of losing weight, because losing is, well, you try to find it again. When I lose my keys, I want to find them, or lose my phone, I find it. Let's not lose the weight and just to find it again. Our problem is that we're actually saying the wrong thing. Let's say that we're going to actually let go. It's weight, letting go of weight, and no longer searching for it again. We let it go for good, and we feel better in our body. We're going to decrease body fat. We'll measure that with our body composition analysis. You're coming in to see me either virtually. I have that. I've been doing that for a long time, or here in our office, and virtually you will be accountable. So part of this is that we have 5 sessions just like this, where you and I would sit down together one-on-one, either here in my office or virtually, as I mentioned, and we'll be measuring how you're losing. And you'll lose abdominal fat, not just water. Remember, I'm wanting you to increase your water. And we learn how to just be healthy for life. It's a lifestyle. And again, those boundaries, let's be secure as we're leaving the program. Oh, this is a biggie. Have I even mentioned exercise this whole time? No, for a reason. Abs are made in the kitchen. I believe that this course is all about how we're eating, what we're ingesting and digesting versus how active you are. So, yes, go ahead and walk every day is encouraged, light yoga, and we'll talk about that. The cool thing is, it's not required that you work out. That isn't even a part of this. And yes, that's maybe a part of a healthy lifestyle. I agree. And let's talk about it later. And I do. I have a great program that keeps you into working out for minutes a week, minutes, like 12 minutes at a time. And that's high intensity interval training. And I will go over that with you so that as you exit, you have a very healthy body. Let's start to move it in a very healthy way. And also, we're going to talk about the quality of our foods. That's important when I consider talking about inflammatory things. When we might add back in milk and things like that, dairy tends to be inflammatory unless we're looking for a quality. And so I just definitely help you understand what a good quality is and why of your foods. And so we're not going to buy processed meats. Those are really very unhealthy. That's one of the things that we're going to help you get away from. And prepackaged foods, that's where we find a lot of the bad fats as well, and sugars. So we're going to help you really understand what is in the back of labels. I was looking for something to show you, and how to really look at what is inside something, and so you understand your labels as well. So your action steps. Personal consultation. I'm going to leave you a link here in the notes so that you can see how to click and make an appointment with me. Let's make a one-on-one appointment. I'm giving you an awesome price. This includes you and I sitting down for 20 minutes, one-on-one, face-to-face here in our office, which is in Cypress, Texas, or on the internet as well. We can do this over the web. I've been doing this for a long time because Houston's huge. Some people can drive an hour and a half just to see us. So we can do virtual appointments. But your action step is that your first step is a body composition analysis, and you and I talking about what's going on in your world and how I can help you lose the weight and feel great inside of 2 months. And if you would like a clarity call, I'm just going to bring this up as well. Text the word clarity to this phone number below. That's 832 402 7045. 7045. The phone number is right there. Just text the word clarity to that, and we will respond and give you a link so that you and I can just talk on the phone and have a clarity conversation around if this program is correct for you or not. And just to say thank you for you staying through this whole thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love to gift you a free 7-day grain-free cookbook so that you can understand how to go grain-free for 7 days. And accountability is 50% of your success rate. That's why you hire a coach. And every time in any area of my life, whether it's with money, relationships, with my weight, with nutrition and food, I hire a coach. That's how we excel and succeed. And I've got you. I've been doing this for 15 years. I did it for my own health. And I love seeing the transformation in you. I really, really love it because we all should have an empowered sense of how to take care of our body. And it's not always the case. So let's come on in. I'd love to share with you more tips, and hopefully you'll take some action. Because what if you don't? What if you don't do anything right now? Just close your eyes. When was the last time that you had lost 20 to 40 pounds? Maybe you're 200 pounds. Let's just take that. If you are 200 pounds, when was the last time that you were 180? 175, 170? How did that feel? What were you wearing? Imagine, remember the feeling you had at that time when you were moving around easier, and you were able to fit into the clothes that were a couple sizes smaller than where you are. You probably also maybe didn't have enough as much medication. Maybe you're on new medications now. Let's have that as a factor because you are your own medicine, and we can change some of that as well. We've got definitely some testimonies. I absolutely love it when clients come in and say, I'm no longer taking XYZ medication. Yeah, that is amazing as well. And so if you don't do anything and another year goes by, maybe, and who knows what's going to happen, right? In 2020, we were always wondering when the next shoe's going to drop because there was something major coming around over and over. I'd love to take some action now. So just take a moment and go ahead and text me if you are ready to do something right now. Awesome. Go ahead and leave me that link. Is going to click on that link. Let's set up an appointment now. And if you're concerned, let's set up an appointment just to talk. Okay. And leave me your email also in the notes. Let me know how you're feeling. If you have questions, I will answer every one of these questions in the notes and in the chat. And if you would like that grain-free recipe ebook, please leave me your email and we're going to get that to you as well. So thank you. I look forward to hearing back from you. And as always, what I love to say is thank you so much for honoring yourself, for being here, for showing up, and let's live abundantly well. Take care.